I'm going to leave this video right here. I'm appalled of what I'm reading. Absolutely shocked with what I'm reading. Bear with me. Bear with me. What I'm reading here has been a trigger this morning. You can watch this on a bigger screen and enjoy or watch later. What I'm reading here is disgusting. I don't understand where everyone is or why you are not getting or receiving this alert of me being here, but hey, it don't matter. So what I have to say here right now, I'm just going to tag a few people in here just for the hell of it. Just for the hell of it. Right. They're gone too far. Really have gone too far. I mean, what tag people in this post. I'm about to read you something really bad. One that is a trigger for people. One which will trigger people. And it will actually give a... I'm reading what I'm reading in the media. And upon reading this in the media, I've been triggered by it because it's control. And what I'm reading, check this out. This is the headline. Sex in your house with a person from another household, illegal from today. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm reading. The government is introducing new measures that will mean gathering with one or more people from outside your house in a private space, such as a house flat, will be against the law in England. Sex in your house with someone from the outside of your household is set to become illegal today. I'm just going to stop right there. The reason I'm going to stop right there, right? Sex in your house is illegal from today. The reason I'm going to stop right there is because they've gone too far. There are many people out there that are rape victims, that are people of child abuse and everything else. And sex, when you talk about sex, you are a triggering factor, okay? Because sex is the most difficult thing to come to terms with when you've been abused, all right? Now, when you're being told about when you can have sex or who with sex and what place that you can have sex, you ain't pimping me out, do you understand? Because at the end of the day, that's what this is, isn't it? How can they dominate your body? It's my body, my voice. Did you hear that? My body, my voice. When you're struggling with relationship problems because of past trauma, to have that and read that this morning is an absolute trigger factor. Because one of the things that we want to control is our bedroom parts. Do you understand? Is our private parts when it has been so painful journey throughout. So when you read that, when they're telling you and trying to control your sexual activity, they've gone too far. This lockdown is doing my head in. And I'll tell you why this lockdown is doing my head in. Whilst they're all out there all over the world looting and causing problems and rioting and things like that, we're all somewhere getting penalised here, okay? But to start bringing sex up, what about these rape victims who have finally got into somewhat of control of their life? Maybe people don't want to live with their partners, so you're forcing an agenda on us that shouldn't be. Maybe people don't want to live with their loved ones because they don't, they need that stability. So what are you saying? You're forcing people to live with people because they want sexual activity? I'm going to carry on reading that post. If you don't believe me, look it up. Put, is sex illegal? Put it in your search engine. Read what they say. I ain't trying to cause any trouble here, but I'm telling you now, you don't get to control my body. My mind is one thing. My body is my body. And I'm telling you now, I am not a dog where I can be pimped out. And I don't know if any of you feel about this, feel like I do by reading these things. Sex in your house with someone from the outside of your household is set to become illegal today. So that's what they're doing here, or what they're saying is that if you have a partner, even if they're a long-term partner of years, many years, that if you have sex with them, it's illegal. Fucking hell, I've never heard something so rubbish. The government is introducing a new lockdown measures in England that prevent people from socialising or gathering with one person from outside in their household in a private space. Up until now, the person visiting the house for sex would have to be the one in breach of the measures. But now both people would technically be able to be prosecuted under the new law, with amendment regulations being introduced in Parliament Monday. That's today. Parliament, take on board this Parliament and all you people speaking on behalf of our bodies. There are many rape victims out there and children of abuse, and we've been struggling long enough to try to control our bodies. And when we read this, what you're saying is, do you know what? That's the only thing we have left, is control of our bodies. Yeah, that's the only thing we have left. So stick this right up your backside, in my opinion, okay? Because you don't get to control me. I've had many men, right? Many men take something from my body that they shouldn't have took from my body. As a child, took from my body. And people up in the government took people's lives. I don't forget, you can whitewash, but you people up there making rules for us people about our sex are the same people that caused the damn problems in the first place, paedophilia. Okay? I'm not being funny. But you look at all the stars that have gone to prison. You already know all that. Look at all the rigmarole that have gone to prison around the paedophilia. How much scar tissue does that leave us children? How much scar tissue does that leave people for the rest of their life? Struggling with their emotions, struggling with their self-esteem, struggling to form relationships with people. And the government, and I read this in the paper today, that you want to control sexual activity. My blood clot, and I'm saying that literally. Do you understand me? You can't do that. I'm having a trigger reaction of somebody wanting to control my sexual activity. It's a trigger. It's a huge trigger. What's that going to do to other people? So, first you take our friends, then you steal our jobs, then you want to make us to the point where people are struggling to live at home, and now you want to control our sex and our love lives. You leave us no hope, love. You leave us no hope, but you only leave us to fight. Fight for human right. Human right. You don't get to dictate literally dictate. You don't get to do that. So I'm appalled of what I'm reading. Is it in the Mirror? Yes. Is it going to be announced today? I thought it was fake news. Google it. Or whatever you use, search engine you use. You know what? Look at these freaking triggers that are falling in my head. I'm sorry, but who does that? That is in the Mirror. Sex in your house with another person is illegal. From a person from another household is illegal from today. What's this either going to do? Force people to move in with their long-term relationships that they decided they didn't want to live with, just in case there's arguments and domestic violence. Do you know, think about that? That's why people don't want to move in with people. You can't. You control this world. This world doesn't belong to them. This world belongs to. It's a free world. We were upholding the law. We would do all of those things, and the government legislations, providing they do exactly the same thing. They cannot be more than us. There has to be equality here. So if it's equality, those legislations and those rules relate to them too. So I don't want to see anybody in Parliament going to the next person. If you're married, I'm telling you, that means you're going to stay celibate or you're going to become a nun. I'm telling you what they're doing and the decisions they're making for us as not including us. We haven't got a voice. Yeah? They're not including us. Where do we get to vote? When they want to vote to who's going to run this and who's going to run that, they all tell you to go and vote. They vote. Go and vote for them, they say. I've never once voted for somebody to lead me and make a decision for my life. Do you understand? Never once. Because at the end of the day, if I was in Parliament, I'd say and I'd bring up all the things that they're missing here. The big things that they're missing here. That more than 50% of the population are victims of rape and crime. Where am I getting to my statistics? I can do my statistics on most of our members that have been victims of rape and child abuse. Yeah, that's right. So this is going to be a trigger just like it is for me. It's a trigger. You don't get to control my body. You don't get to pimp me out. You don't tell me when I can have sex and when I can't have sex. Who with, where with. Freedom, my body, my mind, my body. I don't know how you guys feel about this, particularly if you thought at the end of the day that, you know, there's many people out, I hear many people that haven't been in a relationship for a long time. And if they do want to start having a relationship, what this is saying is, right, you can't have sex before marriage. Kind of. What is it saying? What is it teaching us? This camera's horrible, isn't it? There you go. What is it teaching us? What is it teaching us? I haven't put telly on for a long while because all I'm seeing is rioting, armour, and it's very scary in the US of A. I do see a congregation in London, peaceful protest that I did see. I haven't caught up on any of the news today, so I'm saying that was so yesterday's news. And today's news is about sex. I'm raging inside. If you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so there should be 4 shares on here right now, right? Did you hear what I said? Could you please share? If I see what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start controlling my space and my talks. If you can't share on these pages for whatever purpose because you think it doesn't relate to you, well, think about your friends that it may relate to and how they're going to handle these triggers. How am I going to handle this trigger? Guys, if you read this, breathe through this stuff, right? Because this is difficult. Breathe through it. If you're thinking about getting a girlfriend, that means you've got to keep your pecker in your pants. And vice versa. How are you going to feel about that? It's still illegal to have sex outside. So, therefore, what they're saying now is trying to control your homes. And when you can have sex from another household. I'm telling you now, this is not working because it's not working for me. This conversation is not working for me. And this conversation that isn't working for me about sex and when I can have sex, where you can have sex, what I'm reading about that. Yeah? It ain't working for me. As a victim of this abuse, as a victim of rape and a victim of child abuse, sex is the one thing that I can be in control of. Do you understand? Whether I give my body to somebody or where I don't, and how I do it, where I go, and who with. And the time I choose to marry someone, that's my time. So what you're doing is forcing people to think about sex. Subliminal messages, people. You're talking people to think about sex. And, oh my God, we're going to have to be separated or we can't have sex. Stay away because we can't have sex. Or what people are going to do, they're going to be so desperate, come on, I want to get married. Because it's the only way I want to have sex with you, because otherwise it's going to become illegal and a crime. What exactly are they going to do with us people that commit sex and have sex? What about people that have that are addicted to sex? Addiction, these are disabilities for crying out loud. I'm shocked as well. Are we standing up for this shit? It's my body. I want to scream. I want to shout. I want to let it all out. It's my body. This fucking government, and I did swear, do not get to pick and choose when I can get some dick. Or if I have to live with someone before I can get some dick. Am I being foul? They've just brought foul up about it. They've made it so foul that they didn't think about all of the circumstances and what we as victims have gone through. They've made it so foul now to make it repulsed. It's already been repulsed. We've just been trying to work on it to better ourselves when it happens to us. And to control the element of it. Now, I'm repulsed. Today, they've triggered me. I'm repulsed. I'm completely triggered. You don't get to control my vagina. Not one bit. It's my vagina. I will go out of this world dead. Do you understand me? Because this part of my sex, you don't get to control. Am I speaking out loud? I'm speaking because perhaps I'm speaking on behalf of a lot of victims out there. I stand outside and I protest with the mayor and all of those about rape. Every November, I think it's November, I stand and I protest about no means no. And I protest about for the many thousands of women out there and men out there that have been abused. And sex is one thing you don't go there with. Not in this day and age when the percentage is so high, caused a lot by your subliminal messages that go out there, all the things that they put out there on TV to make people predators of sex. Yeah, they caused a lot of it in all. Yeah, and you're shocked. I want to read your comment. I'm shocked as well, and I bet the politicians will do what they like despite telling. Look, they're human. They don't get to be higher than us. They don't get to do that. I'm going to go out probably dying. I will die for my right, for my body. Where are you putting people that are going to get arrested? What are you charging them with? The fine. Every time you find them, where's the money coming from? You've already stolen their jobs. So where's the money coming from? The government. So at the end of the day, if there's no money, this is how they're going to control you. So you can put fines on people all day long, but where are you going to put them? So what are you going to do? How are you going to take us out? Then I'm telling you now, at the end of the day, I'll go out dead before you steal my body. Do you understand? My mind, my body, my vagina. And you don't get to tell me when I can have something or where I can have something. When I've been in a long-term relationship or not in a long-term relationship. Just how I feel about this. Just how I feel about this. My mind, my body, hashtag that. And I mean hashtag that. My mind, my body, hashtag it. If you are going to control our bodies now, you give us no hope and nothing to be in control of. And as a victim of past trauma like that, indecent, ugly, nasty behaviour, I'm an adult now. And as that still scars me, and I'm actually even on your benefits for my disability because of scar tissue and rape and child abuse, and now you want to control it even more. Oh, wow. Foolish thing I have ever read in my entire life. And those politicians, Jimmy Savile, Bill Crosby, I'm mixing them up. I'm mixing them all up. I'm mixing it all up. All those people, high-profile people with money, yeah? All of those people and those politicians, shall I need go on with those politicians? Remember at the end of the day, before the start of COVID, you guys were suing these politicians for the paedophilia that caused trauma, that caused scar tissue, self-harm and suicide. And now you want to control our bodies. I'm leaving this right there. If you don't believe what I'm saying, please do look at what so it's not something I have made up, it is something that I have read. Do we have to have married to have sex with our partners? Well, all of these government legislations are what they put up about illegal arranged marriages and things like that. All of those things were, they put all the rules down when it comes to protection around sex, and now they're breaking the same freaking rules. Okay, so hashtag this. If you haven't shared this post, get the hell off my page, because I'm actually trying to raise awareness here. Share this post, because I want people to understand, don't go erratic on this stuff here. But there has to be a way of getting our message out there about our bodies, my mind, my body. There has to be a way of getting a message for us people out there that have been abused, to say you don't get to do this to us. Illegal or not, you don't get to do this to us. So that means your vaginas and your dicks are on lockdown. I know I've got a foul mouth because I have been triggered by a response to have to... I'm fighting for my life here. Won't we fighting for our lives through this COVID and this lockdown? I'm fighting for my life each day. when each time they keep throwing things at us, but this is the last straw. They've gone too fucking far. That's the last straw. You don't get to do that. My body, my mind. But let me just say this. Hashtag that, as you just said, my mind, my body. My mind, my body. You do not get to pimp me out. You do not even get to arrange. This kind of thing is like an arranged marriage when you could, why is this so blinking dark? How I felt about this is because I've been in a long-time relationship and I choose not to live with someone because I know that I'm not stable living with somebody. Do you understand? I ain't stable living with someone because if there's an argument, I want to run a mile. I want to run a mile. So, and that's because I've got issues of bonding with people because of that. Claiming my body, do you understand? I'm claiming my mind and claiming my body and having my safe haven and my safe space. And when somebody now start telling me that I possibly would get arrested if I go and see my long-term boyfriend and have sex with him, what are you going to do? Watch me? Now, are you going to watch me? How are you going to know I'm going to have sex? How do you know that I can't just visit the household? Or you're preventing that too? Long term, the only people, I'm sorry, they've gone too far. It is now illegal to have sex from someone from another household. Guess that will be all right for people who are thinking, you know what, I couldn't trust my husband. All he does is go and sleep around. I suppose that will help a lot of people out there, yeah. But at the end of the day, what about? I'm sorry. I feel absolutely physically sick. We are not prostitutes. We are not. You're right. We are not prostitutes. Have you read the news? If you've just come on this, have you read the news? No sex. It is now illegal to have sex from someone from a different household. So my point is, if you haven't watched this, play it back. Yep, preventing people to go into people's homes as well. If you don't live with them, it all goes. So what you're doing is making people that actually don't, some people will just, what they'll do is, fear will overcome them so badly and they'll make rash decisions, ones that's going to be very costly, ones that will be, oh babe, I want to move in with you because I can't imagine me not being able to make love with you, because there's going to be a consequence if I make love with you. Because you live over there and I live over here. There's people that don't want to live with people because it's too risky. We're trying to prevent domestic violence. We're trying to work on things for relationships. So if you're not ready to move in with someone, you're not ready to move in with somebody. You've already stopped the marriages. You've stopped everything else. Now you want to control our sex. You've gone too far. Hashtag my mind, my body. I am not your prostitute.